Is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson a Trump fan? How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Unwoke Thoughts. Tonight, we are talking about Dwayne Johnson. Yes, that's right. That Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the famous pro wrestler. And he recently was interviewed by Fox News. It was a very short interview, but he sort of stunned Fox News when he seemed to be praising Donald Trump and how beloved he was in the UFC. Watch.
And the wrestler.
Donald Trump, he has a long history with WWE. What does it mean that both the WWE audience and the UFC audience seem to have such an appreciation or celebration of Donald Trump?
Red states we sell out, blue states we sell out. It's not what we're focused on. What we're focused on is the in-ring product and how it delivers to the fans. And if politicians are fans of our product, they're welcome.
You got The Rock. You want Donald Trump back in the ring at WWE?
Listen, I mean, Rock against Donald Trump, I don't know how well that would work out in the ring for Donald Trump.
How about that ovation he gets, though, when he comes out?
I know President Donald Trump taking his octagon side seat for UFC.
Oh, big ovation.
Trump, yeah,
no question.
That's what I'm talking about. It's incredible. A lot of friends who've achieved.
How about that ovation he gets when he comes out? A lot of people are interpreting this as Dwayne Johnson possibly softening on Donald Trump, or maybe some sort of cultural shift where people are starting to see Donald Trump as more of an icon and starting to kind of admire him in a way, like Benny Johnson right here. He says The Rock stuns Fox News reporter by effusively praising Donald Trump and how beloved Trump is in the UFC. And this is the full quote here. How about that ovation Trump gets when he walks out? The fans go big. They go big, no question. And he says, we are witnessing an insane cultural realignment. So a lot of people are saying that this is proof that Trump is starting to become popular within Hollywood, possibly among certain celebrities. But I personally think that Dwayne Johnson is kind of a genius when it comes to politics. Dwayne Johnson is beloved by both the right and the left. I actually like him too. I mean, who cannot like Dwayne Johnson? He's cool. He's a nice guy. He's got an awesome smile. He's chill. He doesn't really get involved in anything very controversial. He kind of walks that fine line where he is able to be liked by both sides. And that's a very valuable trait for an individual to have, which is probably why he was approached by a certain party. He never actually clarified what party it was, but he was approached by a certain party to run for president. Now, I personally think it had to have been the Democratic Party. I mean, I don't see the Republican Party approaching him, and I don't see him even accepting or even considering running as a Republican. I could see him considering running as a Democrat, but he did go on the Joe Rogan show. This was late last year, and he revealed that he was approached by a party to run for president. Watch.
Well, nobody really wants to be president. It's fucking, they crawl up your ass with a microscope.
Dude.
It's not fun. They've talked about you being president.
Dude, I know.
I remember at one point in time, it was like they were saying it should be The Rock and Oprah. They should be president and vice president.
Dude, so one of the parties came to visit me
Oh, no.
at the end of last year asking for me to run.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it was...
For president?
President.
Wow.
It was, first of all, incredibly fucking surreal.
Right.
Because I was the guy, who was wrestling in flea markets years ago, looking for free corn dogs and hot dogs and shit, selling my headshots for $5, trying to make money. And then all of a sudden I'm having that conversation. But no, it was just incredibly surreal and so wild, but also so incredible that they had all this data that they had said, if this happens, here's the result. And,
wow.
It was really fucking deep. And then I started to think, again, surreal, because that's never been my goal, right? I appreciate it, and I'm fucking honored, right? Because I'm like you in here, in our core, right? But it made me think, it's either this is an incredible thing, and I got some pretty decent leadership skills, or things are so fucked up.
They're turning into the pro wrestling movie star. They try to run the world.
Man.
So one of the parties came to visit him about running for president, and they apparently had all this data that showed, like, hey, if you run, this is where you're going to be at. And, they had all of these projections about where he would be if he were to actually run for president, which is pretty incredible. So I could definitely see this has to be the Democrat Party trying to test the idea with The Rock about potentially running, because he is an insanely popular individual. But then he makes a point that, hey, is this because I have such incredible leadership skills, or are things so effed up that they just decided to use my celebrity and my likability to their advantage? I mean, I believe that The Rock does have some pretty incredible leadership skills, and his speaking skills are very, very good. But I do think that they are wanting to leverage more so his celebrity and the fact that he is so beloved by the American population and really the world. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he is iconic. He was loved as a wrestler, and he is loved as a Hollywood actor now. So that's a very valuable thing. And it's kind of similar to Trump. Trump was very beloved for a really long time by just about everybody until he decided to run for president. So are the Democrats looking for a Donald Trump of their own? It's very interesting. I guess we shall see what happens with this. I don't personally think that The Rock would want to get involved in something this controversial, but I don't know. Who knows? People can be bought, people can be leveraged, and sometimes people are unpredictable. So I guess we shall see. But as much as I do like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I don't trust him. I do believe he would be a Trojan horse to inject a lot of liberal values into this country if he were to be harnessed by the Democratic Party. And the reason why I think this is because after Joe Biden got elected, after COVID, after Trump's very controversial presidency, his stint in office for 4 years, Dwayne Johnson went public with a video where he seemed to be kind of over enthusiastic about a Joe Biden, Kamala Harris presidency. Watch this.
All right, what a weekend we have had. What a week we have had. What a 2020 we have had. Okay, so I have 3 congratulations that are in order right now. Of course, the first congratulations goes out to our new president-elect, Joe Biden. Congratulations on the presidency, and congratulations on being the most voted for presidential candidate in the history of our great country. The second congratulations, of course, goes to our brand new Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, the very first woman ever to become a vice president, and certainly the first woman of color to become a vice president as a man of color and as a man who loves and respects women. This is pretty special. The third congratulations goes to our country. It goes to our country, and we have had the biggest voter turnout in the history of the United States. And, that is such a big deal because, it tells me, number one, we were unified on that day, and just in terms of everybody coming together, everybody coming out to vote, mailing in your ballots, doing everything you possibly can, exercising the democratic right to vote.
So first he congratulates Joe Biden, of course, whatever. That's not really that big of a deal. But then he goes into Kamala Harris and how it's so special that she is the first woman of color, and as a man of color himself, it's just so special and it's amazing and all these other things. So that's kind of a red flag to me. And then he really emphasizes that Joe Biden got the most votes in history and that the country was very united that day. Wow, that's very interesting stuff, Dwayne Johnson. I don't think that the country was very united that day. I don't think that Joe Biden got the most votes in history, but that's just me. So that's why I believe that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is a little bit of a Trojan horse. I think he's very, very good at playing both sides. He's very charismatic, and he's very likable. Like I said, even with all these red flags, I still like the guy. I like him as an actor. I like him as a person. I think he's brilliant, and he's just all around. Other than maybe his wishy-washy politics, he's a fantastic guy. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Is he coming around? Is he becoming a little bit more conservative? Is he becoming a little bit of a Trump fan? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you on the next one.